Hi all, welcome to Baking with Bonnie. First, before we get started, I just wanted to put a great big old shout out there for Susan Bednar. She sent this apron to me and I think it is just fabulous. Thank you so much, Susan. I just love it. Today we're going to make a dessert that comes to us from Sicily. Now, if you know Italian bakery, you know it's just scrumptious. Well, today we're going to make cannoli cups. Maybe a lot of you have tried to make cannoli before and kind of scared or stepped away from it because of the cannoli tubes that are made, and then you fill the tubes. Well, we're going to make this a little bit easier for you today, and it tastes just as good. Stay tuned. So the ingredients that you will need to make our cannoli cups today will be ricotta cheese. This is the full milk ricotta cheese, the whole milk ricotta cheese, and this is a 15-ounce container. We're going to need vanilla, powdered sugar, granulated sugar, pie crust. I typically use the Pillsbury pie crust because I find that they just seem to work better. Ground cinnamon, turbino sugar or sugar in the raw, melting chocolates, and then for garnish, we're going to use some mini chocolate chips. And I think that's it. Let's get started. We're going to first put all of the main ingredients into a bowl. So this is the whole milk ricotta cheese that I'm putting into the bowl. We're going to put a half a cup of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, a half teaspoon of vanilla. And then we are going to go ahead and mix this up with your mixer. All right, so now we have our cannoli mixture all mixed up. And I like to put some mini chocolate chips in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I just think it adds a little bit to it. And I'm going to go ahead and stir that up. There we go. And now I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, and then we're going to get to making our crusts. I've laid down my work area. I just put some parchment paper on my tabletop. And now we're going to mix the raw sugar cinnamon, ground cinnamon mixture. Okay, the recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of raw sugar. 1, 2, 3. And 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. There you go. We're going to mix that up and set it aside. Now, before we actually start working with the pie crust, I'm going to grab some flour. Probably a good idea just to spread a little flour down on my working area here. All right, now it's time to open up the pie crust that we're going to use. There we go. And we're going to take that cinnamon sugar mixture and we're going to top the pie crust with it. All right. And you can spread that around just a little bit. And then we're going to take rolling pin and we are going to roll that the cinnamon sugar mixture right into the pie crust. I have grabbed a cookie cutter. Make it one with cut out little flowers for the actual cups. You can use whichever cookie cutters you think will work best. Keep in mind that we are going to be using mini muffin tins, so you don't want it to be too big and you don't want it to be too small. So it might be worth it just to test it out a little bit. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut out my cookie crust. Okay, and I'll be right back. So now it's time to go ahead and preheat your oven. Preheat it to 425. And now we're going to take the crusts that we have cut out, and we're going to push them into the bottom of your mini muffin pans. And you can just try to, with your fingers, put it in there and try to get it as close to the middle as you possibly can. It just makes it look a lot nicer once they come out, and we're going to fill those with our cannoli mixture. So I'm going to go ahead and continue filling this. After you have your pie crust in your mini muffin tins, take a fork and just make some little holes in the bottom of those crusts. If you don't, it's going to cause it to bubble up, and you won't have any room to put any of the cannoli mixture. All right, so we're going to do this, and I'm going to put these in the oven for 10 minutes. And once the pie crusts are ready and you take them out of the oven, set them aside to cool. And now go ahead and melt your chocolate. I melt mine in the microwave. Keep an eye on it and check it often because it can burn easily. And you'll know if it's burnt because you'll be able to smell it, and it'll be a thick consistency. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get that melted, and we'll be filling those cups in just a minute. So typical, if you are making cannoli or cannoli cups, you would have to stop at this point, like if you were serving them tomorrow night or in a few nights from now, because it's possible that this crust would get soggy. And you certainly don't want to serve cannoli in a soggy crust. It's bad if you've ever had that. So what we're going to do to protect the crust from becoming soggy is we're going to put melted chocolate in the bottom of it, and these crusts will stay crispy for days. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our melted chocolate, and I'm going to take a spoonful of that chocolate, put it in the middle of the crust. Oop, to show you what I'm doing, and then just bring it up on all of the sides. That chocolate, and oh, this gives it, you know, just that extra twist. It makes it taste so good. Okay, so we're gonna paint the inside, excuse me, of all of our crusts, and we're gonna let that harden before we put our cannoli mixture inside. So I'm gonna finish my crusts, and I'll see you in just a minute. So the chocolate inside my cannoli cups has hardened, and now I'm going to fill the cups with my cannoli mixture. So I'm just going to take a little spoonful out of the bowl, and I'm going to place it inside of the cup. It's as easy as that. Now, don't they look delicious? Guests will love these for picnics, for just get-togethers, for football games, for birthday parties, anniversary parties, for whatever you could possibly think of. All right, so now, once you have them all filled, what I like to do is I like to take some more of those chocolate chips and just kind of put a couple on the top. Just kind of makes it look kind of nice. And then after I have those on the top, I like to take a little bit of powdered sugar and just go ahead and top those off with some of that powdered sugar from a strainer like this. And then what you could even do that even makes it look nicer is to take some of that chocolate that you have mixed up from before that you've melted, And you could just take some of that and run it over the top of your cannoli cups to complete them off. Now, don't they look awesome? I just love these, and everyone else will too. I hope you've enjoyed watching me make these cannoli cups. Seriously, give them a try. They're really easy and everyone loves them. If you liked my video today, please share it and please subscribe to my channel. I also am putting my email address on this video, so if you have any suggestions or you'd like to see me make something, or you just have some comments that you don't want to put out there on the comments section, please email me. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye.